The UN just reduced the official number of casualties in Gaza by half. It's the proof that the UN and Hamas have been lying all along. That's what mainstream media and Israeli propagandists would like you to believe. And of course, the news in the twilight zone. So what actually happened? On May 13th, the UN published their latest numbers on the Gaza conflict, with a new categorization that differentiates between identified and unidentified bodies. The total number remains over 35,000 killed people in Gaza. The number of identified bodies is around 24,000 and a half, almost half of which is women and children. Yet we have reports and headlines like this one being spread all over media, even though some of them have the UN press briefing explaining what the new numbers mean.
That number remains unchanged, and it's at more than 35,000 people since October 7th. What's changed is the Ministry of Health in Gaza has updated the breakdown of fatalities for whom full details have been documented. So what they recently published was that they gave figures for 24,686 out of 34,622 overall fatalities recorded in Gaza. And those 24,686 people are the ones for whom full details have been documented. In other words, people who have been fully identified. If you do the math, that there's about another 10,000 plus bodies who still have to be fully identified.
It's pretty easy to understand, but I guess making an outrageous lie is easier. The main number propagandists are flipping their tits about is the number of killed children, which is more than 14,500 in total, but only around 8,000 have been fully identified. What are the criteria for identification? Well, we can have some insight from the official Gaza Health Ministry report form for missing and martyred people in Gaza. There are required fields such as the ID number, full name, age, gender, and place of birth, as well as the location of death or loss. The additional fields include date of death or loss, how they were killed, what hospital did the post-mortem, and if they were buried or not, and where. If you don't fill any of the additional fields, then the body remains unidentified. So even if a hospital receives a body, but they were burned or bombed so badly you cannot recognize their face, they're unidentified. In case you don't know, doctors are not magicians. So when they receive scattered and burned flesh and bones of a child in a shopping bag, it's quite difficult to identify the child's identity. But they're still dead, and their body parts are in a shopping bag. In such cases, hospitals usually wait until they receive a missing report from the family that matches the body or body parts of the victim. That's when they become fully identified. Either way, the number of killed people remains the same, and they're all killed by Israel. But what bothers me most is that the Israeli lies are not even consistent, but the media reports those lies as if they're the messiahs. 3 days before the UN published their most recent death toll, Netanyahu said this on a Dr. Phil interview.
We've killed about 14,000 terrorists. Unfortunately, because of the fact that they use the human shield, they're slightly bigger number, about 16,000 civilians that were killed.
He reduced the official total numbers and labeled every single male victim as a terrorist. Yet even if the UN lied propaganda is accurate and only 12,000 women and children were killed, why did Israel say the IDF only killed 16,000 civilians? Someone must be lying. And I know which one has been consistent over the years. One last thing, since a lot of Zionist schnitzel mouthpieces are also spreading the lie, in Germany, Holocaust denialism is a crime. In fact, in 2022, Germany updated the law to include any genocide or war crimes being denied. This is to include their genocide in Namibia, by the way. So will the people deliberately lying about the death toll in Gaza be punished? Or is the government too busy beating up Jewish and Palestinian peace activists at campuses? Either way, if you think only killing 24,000 instead of 35,000 civilians gives you or Israel the moral high ground, then nobody can help your soul. Free Palestine. Ceasefire now.